This is Second Ezra 7:41. Even so now, seeing corruption is grown up, and wickedness increased, and the righteous have prayed for the ungodly, wherefore shall it not be so now also? I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rachak Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. And I want to go into the mercy from Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai. And just like the prophets of old, that they prayed, all right, for the ungodly, so do we today, man. Which in a way, we're praying for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to come back to set things right, man. And when that happens, hey, the ungodly, they're going to receive mercy too. They're going to receive it in a harsh way. Nevertheless, they will receive mercy, man. The Most High is going to put them out of their misery, all right, because our people are messed up, man. You have the elderly of our people who's on multitudes of medicine because their health is bad, but they still want to eat the soul food, all right, which they grew up on, and which is why they're in that predicament. Okay, they still love the shrimp. They still can't put down the pork, the pig feet, the hog milk. Okay, so Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is going to bring a new heaven wherein the well of righteousness, man. Okay, when basically our people, they can be free, man, because 2/3 they stuck here, man. And therefore Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is going to have to take them out of their misery. Okay, and as I was thinking about doing this lesson, which I won't play the clip, but this is a clip from I Am Legend, when basically Sam, which is Will Smith, he played as I believe a researcher or a scientist named Robert Nettle. He was basically trying to find a cure for the zombie disease. Okay, and in this clip, Sam, which basically, was Will Smith, that was his family. It was the only family he had. Sam got diseased. All right, and what did Will Smith do? He regrettably, which really, I don't even know if I would say regrettably, he had to do it. I mean, he knew he had to kill him, man. He looked into his eyes. I believe it was his eyes or his teeth. I can't exactly remember. But he seen that, he was diseased. So he had to put him down, man. Okay? And our people is, they're, that the scripture say the whole head is sick. Once you take the brain, the body's done. And our people is enslaved mentally, all right, under this damn Edomite, man, which Esau Edom is a Caucasian today. Okay, so now let's go back to this Second Ezra 7, and it says verse 42, he answered me and said, this present life is not the end, where much glory doth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak. But the day of doom, all right, which let's look up doom. Because, hey, doom is not nothing nice, man. Which word doom, death, destruction, or some other terrible fate. Okay? And just like how Will Smith had to choke his dog out, all right, because he was diseased, the Most High is going to have to put our people through some terrible time, man. Do some fire. All right? Because they're hurting. All right? Because their mind is not correct. Their mind is not right. In which, that's why it's important to just deal with the fire right now. All right? so you can be clean at the appearing of Yahweh Shai. Okay? You know, because just as Slaki, I'm gonna keep going. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past, and temperance is at an end, and fidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. Okay? And that's what has to happen, man. Hey, the scriptures say, it was at Luke 19, all those that will have that I should not reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. All right, so if your mind is stuck in the Western society, in the Western way, if you're against the scriptures, which you have a lot of our people, whether they believe it or not, they are against the scriptures, man. Okay? Therefore, what? They're going to be a thing of the past, man. You know? They're going to be a thing of the past, man. Here it is. Life is coming. All right? And you're full of death. All right? So the Most High has to put that out from you, man. You know? He has to take you out, man. But don't worry, 2/3 are going to come back under the loins of the elect, because the scriptures say, the scriptures speak about the posterity of the elect. So you're going to get right basically through the elect, through the loins of the elect. But you're going to have to die on this side, man. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past, and temperance is at an end, and fidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. And it might seem harsh, but it's mercy. Okay? And at the end of the day, the Most High, you're going to set you up right, man. The Most High said in Jeremiah 31, as well as Hebrews 8, that the Lord is going to put his laws within our inward parts, so that we can only know to do good, man. And therefore what? We can not get punished anymore, because this place is a punishment, man. Under the wicked, the lowest of the heathen, whether you believe it or not, this place is our punishment. Okay? And as we see through the prophecies, through the RFID chip being pushed, through World War III ramping up, through these protests and these tsunamis, all right, and these homicides as well as suicides ramping up, we see that this world is almost over, man. All right, and therefore what? We get out of captivity. Okay, therefore we get out of captivity. And this is 2 Maccabees 6 and 10. What's that? 6 and 12. Now I beseech those that read this book, that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge those punishments not to be for our destruction, but for the chastening of our nation. And the law also speaks of a rebellious son who won't hear you, nor will he hear the judges. So you have to bring him forth and put him to death. So it's best to get the chastening now, while there's yet time, while the Lord is having mercy. All right, while the Lord is still willing to deal with us. All right, rather than later when the Lord pulls back his hand, when he pulls back his head, when he's tired of talking. Okay. So it says, now beseech those that read this book, that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge those punishments not to be for destruction, but for a chastening of our nation. For it is a token of his great goodness, when wicked doers are not suffered any long time before punished. So it's either you can get the lesson now while there's still time, or later. All right. And it's, hey, even in the world, you see, when you go through shit, like, when you go through shit that your parents have already told you prior to, you be like, damn, I should have listened. Now you got to learn the hard way, man. But nevertheless, the mercy from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai will be given. All right. And you will receive it. Either now, which is better. All right. Or later, which is worse. Okay. So this is Second Ezra chapter 7, verse 43. Slakia 40. I'm gonna start at 44 again. And temperance is at an end, and fidelity is cut off. Righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. And these things have to come after death, destruction. After death and destruction. Okay? These things will have to come after death and destruction. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that have gotten the victory. And this precept also goes to show you that not everybody's going to die. Because you may have people or scoffers that say, well, you dumbass, you in this place, that means you're going to get destroyed too. But when you read the scriptures, Elijah, Jeremiah, they all prophesied against the kingdom that they were currently in. Okay? So we doing what our forefathers have done, man. But some will get destroyed. All right? Which is, of course, the heathen. All right? And 2/3 of you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But then you're going to have some, as I said before, that receive the chastening B times. All right? And those are the ones that's going to get the victory, man. Those are the ones who got out before it was too late. Okay? This is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. It says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire. All right, so you're going to have 2/3, 2 parts that's going to be cut off, and the third is going to be saved, man. And we'll refine them as silver is refined. Okay? And we'll try them as gold is tried. And when you put fire to gold, it only gets better. Whereas when you put fire to stubble, it gets demolished, man. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power. So hey, man, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is our power, man. And in that day, we're going to be happy as hell that we stayed with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right? That we listened to the lesson when it was first presented to us, man. So this is 2nd Ezra 7:45. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that have gotten a victory. I answered then and said, this is my first and last saying, that it had been better not to have given the earth unto Adam, or else when it was given to him, to have restrained him from sinning. Okay, because that's when you read into the Genesis 3rd chapter, that's when the sentencing came down. Okay, because what the scriptures even say, the penalty of sin is death. So death came into the world after Adam sinned, man. For what profit is it for men now in this present time to live in heaviness, and after death to look for punishment? Okay, because that's what it is in this world, man. You live in heaviness, you go up to the spiritual world, and then you come back down to live in more heaviness, man. All right, because this place is hell, man. And as long as we under the hand of the so-called white man, you will be in hell. You will continue to be in hell. All right, and this goes to prove that you don't only live once, you live multiple times, man. And you keep coming back. All right, whether you were a prophet or you were a 2/3 or you were a heathen, you come back in your lot. Okay. It says, O thou Adam, what hast thou done? For though it was thou that sinned, thou art not fallen alone, but we all that come of thee. And another lesson, we can get as reading 2nd Ezra 7:48 is that it's not just a personal thing. When you go off, it affects others, man. All right. For what profit is it unto us if there be promised us an immortal time, whereas we have done the works that bring death, and that there is promised us an everlasting hope, whereas ourselves, being most wicked, are made vain? Okay? Because in this world, it seems so far-fetched that we will receive the kingdom, man. But we will. Okay? We just have to, hey, stay here for a little bit for our chastisement. Okay? But the Lord is soon enough going to give us the kingdom. And as we went into before, all right, only those, well, it's going to get into it. I'm not going to ruin it. It says, 2 Ezra 7:51, and that there are laid up for us dwellings of safety, of health and safety, whereas we have lived wickedly. And that's the mercy of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai too, man. And that the glory of the Most High is kept to defend them which have led a weary life, where have we walked in the most wicked ways of all. And that there shall be shewed a paradise, whose fruit endureth forever, wherein is security and medicine, since we shall not enter into it. You know, and that's basically what Uriel is asking. He's basically asking, Esdras is asking Uriel, you know, why is all these things promised to us, a beautiful life, an everlasting life, you know, but the Lord, you know, Shlaki, he's basically asking, Esdras is asking the angel Uriel, yeah, we have promised all these things, but it don't mean nothing because we here in hell. For we have walked in unpleasant places. You know, and this is you have a lot of people who say, well, they don't believe in God, or, you know, because they live in because their circumstances or what they see around them is a shitty life, you know, and it shows too, you know, you have to take accountability for your actions, man, because this is really the reason why you're in hell, man, because of your iniquities, just like Adam, man. You know, because of our iniquities, therefore what we are chastened, man. Okay, but the Lord is basically showing us a lesson, man. All right, to not to sin, but to do right, man. When you read in the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, there's 15, maybe 15 to 16 verses. All right, of if you do good, you know, you're gonna get this, this, and this. Which that's great, man. But there's 40, from verse 16 to 68? 50 verses of all the punishments you're going to catch if you do wrong, man. So the Most High is very adamant about teaching us a lesson. And that there should be shewed a paradise whose fruit endureth forever, wherein is security and medicine, since we shall not enter into it. For we have walked in unpleasant places, and that the faces of them which have used abstinence shall shine above the stars. You know, which showed you, yeah, we in a fucked up situation, but you're not supposed to be conformed into this place. All right, you're not supposed to be trapped. Okay, your mind is supposed to be on Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And that the faces of them that have used abstinence shall shine above the stars, whereas our faces shall be blackened in darkness. You know, basically, like I said before, he's comparing the world to come to the former world, man. To the world to come to the present world. For while we lived and committed iniquity, we consider not that we shall begin to suffer for it after death, reincarnation. Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle, which man that is born upon the earth shall fight, that if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say. You know, so there is a way out and there is an ending. Okay? But the the point we can get out of this lesson, which Lord willing, I can be edified through this, is how is your ending going to be? Is your ending going to be destruction, which at the end of the day is still mercy, but it's a harsh mercy, man. It's like an older guy, going through all that. He going through a whole bunch of shit, what I'm saying, just to mature, whereas a younger guy got it right away, man. Who you think was a smarter guy? The old, the older guy or the younger one who got it right away, man? I would say the younger one, man. He got more time to live his life. All right. When you go into, Israel 2/3, all right, who basically were hard headed, all right, or the elect who got it right away, man. Nevertheless, they believe not him, nor yet the prophets after him, no, nor me, which have spoken unto them. So 2/3, they just got to be destroyed, man. That's their ending. That there should not be such heaviness in their destruction as shall be joy over them that are persuaded to salvation. Damn, I'm going to read that once more. That there should not be such heaviness in their destruction as shall be joy over them that are persuaded to salvation. So it's better to just be saved. I answered then and said, I know, Lord, that the Most High is called merciful, and that he have mercy upon them which are not yet come into the world, and upon those also that turn to his law. Okay, so mercy, hey. Proverbs 1 tells us that, man. That mercy's out there, man. The Most High got his hand out. He got his prophets out there. Basically, hey, mercy, there's a way out. Here it is. All right? Follow the law, statute, commandments, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right? He'll forgive you of your iniquities. All right? And you don't have to go through that fire, man. You don't have to be consumed in that thermonuclear fire. And that he is of great mercy, for he multiplieth more and more mercies to them that are present and that are past, and also to them which are to come. For if he shall not multiply his mercies, the world would not continue with them that inherit therein. Like the Lord said, for the elect's sake, he destroyed the world for the elect's sakes. Or he shortened the days for the elect's sake, lest no flesh should be saved. Okay? So the Lord is merciful power, man. Okay? All right? Because it's going to be an end to this madness, man. All right? And we just read there will be an end. The day of doom is coming, man. World War III represents a get out of jail card, man. It represents a get out of jail card. So it says, and he pardoned it, and he pardoned, for if he did not sow of his goodness. It's like, I'm going to start back at 67. For if he shall not multiply his mercies, the world will not continue with them that inherit therein. And he pardoneth, for if he did not sow of his goodness, that they which have committed iniquities might be eased of them, the 10,000. Slaki, I'm going to read it once more. Slaki. He pardoneth, for if he did not sow of his goodness, that they which have committed iniquities might be eased of them, the 10,000th part of men should not remain living. Okay? So you got people wanting to stay here. You should, this shows you, man, you should be crying to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Okay? And being judged, if he should not forgive them that are cured with his word, and put out the multitude of contentions, there should be very few left peradventure in an innumerable multitude. Okay? So the mercies of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. Alright, receive it now, man. Receive it now. Alright, and if not, well, it's good riddance for you, man. See you in the kingdom, man. So with that, shalom to the elect.